Hey guys, Sly Dragon here. Time for my very first PS3 review on Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, as you may have seen on the title. So, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. So, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? After waiting 2 years in the Ninjaless Void, the PS3 managed to get its own hands on its very own exclusive Naruto game, with the result Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. The current game in the Ultimate Ninja series, created by the developer CyberConnect 2, Ultimate Ninja Storm has been making fans over the globe mouths water with its unique anime-toppling cel-shaded graphics ever since it hit our screens into the PSN network. Let's dive straight into the story, shall we? As fans are already familiar with the story, as it's been told 100 times, they should be aware of what to expect from start to finish, which cover the episodes up to 135 in the anime, up to the Sasuke retrieval arc. The story mode takes place with an open world experience in the Hidden Leaf village of Konoha. The story will involve you to power through epic amounts of missions in the village, which is where the story takes place, with you continuously having to glance at the text to understand the story for most of the game, and you'll already be fighting in battles to get through the story. The game shows off very few cutscenes that show the key scenes from the anime, whilst showing off the unique cel-shaded graphics, not to mention there's countless of collectibles like floating boxes that you have to break with your shurikens to obtain the scrolls in exchange for character jutsus for the multiplayer. Also, you'll see yourself running a lot and hunting down treasures across the village whilst breaking down doors to obtain the ingredients and the treasures to unlock new Ichiraku ramen dishes, which boosts your chakra bar so you can use more chakra whilst running like a lunatic in the village, which is a good break to stretch off your legs after playing some of the story in the game. So now, let's look at the cons of the story. The missions, first off, they're really repetitive for the first 10 missions, with the tree jumping and battles and etc., but it pretty much gets boring after a while, seeing as they don't offer a lot of variety in the mission. And enough with the story, so let's get down to the multiplayer. The multiplayer of this game, in my opinion, was probably the best mode that I enjoyed with this game. The camera angle was well made, with the over-the-shoulder experience, which hasn't really been used in fighting games often, and it was a really great way to show off the intensive ninja jutsus in battle whilst pummeling your opponent down to the ground. Basically, with the multiplayer, all you see is what you get, with the 25 character roster and the added support characters, which is a shame because I was expecting to have them as a full proper character instead of having them as a support character. It's just that they could make them into characters, they're just being quite lazy and think they can just get away with having them as support. Then there's a new thing that was added to the game, which is the Awakening mode. Basically, every character has this in the game to unlock their full potential once their health's dropped down to the last bar, which is the orange bar. You just have to power up your chakra to unlock the character's full potential in battle, temporarily giving you the edge and the last fighting chance in battle to turn it around. But the bad thing is that some awakenings last longer than others. But to be honest, it's all about the ability of the awakening, because they all work in different ways. Another thing I would like to point out is that they need to make the combos more in depth, instead of just having to mash circle, circle, circle up, circle right, circle left, and circle down, and just playing circle. They should really put more moves in, which will make the game more harder to master and which would be more of a challenge. The only downside is of the multiplayer, sadly, that there is no online mode, which is just a kick in the arse, as it's the next generation in gaming. They should have put an online mode, despite that the story mode isn't that good. The online mode could have truly made it the best Naruto game made so far. Enough of that, let's check out the presentation. Time for the presentation. The graphics of this game is the best I've ever seen from an anime. It makes the anime come to life whilst you're battling, and makes you live through the anime when you play the story. It makes you think that you're watching it. I think all the Naruto games should stick to these graphics. They're perfect the way they are. They don't need to be improved anymore. I think these graphics should last a long time, considering the amount of detail they put into these graphics. And the jutsus look more real than ever. So now it's time for the verdict. Overall, this game is okay in my opinion, not the best Naruto game after all, due to the lack of thought into making the story mode into an RPG style like the 360 version. But it still offers a lot in bulk in the story mode, because you can still run around Konoha and kill some time by completing all these missions if you're one of those people that have to complete a game 100%, and it will keep you busy for a while. Also, I hope they do better with Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, which will also be on the 360 and the PS3, so that way they can just focus all on one game on trying to make it the best. So, next gen Naruto games. As cool as the clashes are in the game, all this game offers are what's in store for the next gen Naruto games. But if you're looking for a Naruto game to play with your mates, to bust out some crazy flashy jutsu, this game is the way to go, and will be easy to pick up and play even for the casual games. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and stay tuned for more future reviews. Believe it!